Greetings, everybody. Good morning as I record this. It is Saturday morning. It's a little after 10 a.m. It's official launch day for the voice liberation method. I say it's the official launch day, which means it's the end of a month-long pre-launch, which has been such an adventure. I've had a really good time, even though it's been so challenging at moments, but I've really enjoyed every moment of this process, building the course, figuring out how to get it on the Circle platform, figuring out how to deliver it to people, figuring out how to collect pre-launch payments. I mean, listen, the only way you can really learn anything is to just dive in and do it. And I was determined to get this course out at a specific date, and I was only able to do it by just diving in head first. And there were moments where I felt really frustrated, like, oh my God, what if I fail at this? What if I can't get this right? What if the launch date comes and I can't get it delivered? Oh, what if people get the course and they are disappointed? Anyway, I worked really hard. I have over 8 hours of content in this course. So that's a typical lesson with me is an hour. And so it's for 7 weeks of private lessons. It would normally be 7 hours. This course has over 8 hours of content, and that's not even including all the PDF guides that come with each week. And I don't think that even includes the guided meditations that come with each week. So this is a lot of stuff. It's a lot. And I want you to take your time with it. My goal is for it to be transformative, to be a Kickstarter, a foundational stepping stone into your healthy voice journey, into your healing path. I want this to be fun for you. And so I did everything I could to make it so. And anyway, it's out there now. And I'm really thrilled, and I'm grateful to you guys for being here with me every step of the way. It's been really fun giving you these little behind the scenes notes. And I wanted to share with you, it's so fresh that there's no way there could be reviews yet, but I did want to give you one little bit of information that somebody who was a pre-order buyer and also a member of my community, and she posted in our community today, Bella, I have just seen the voice liberation itinerary. Honestly, are you human? I know you have many years of experience to draw on, but producing a complete 7-week product in such a short time is still amazing. You deserve every success. Wish you the best. So that's my first good review. And obviously she hasn't gone through the course yet. She just checked out the itinerary. And I just wanted to share a little bit about that comment. It made me laugh, and I really appreciated the acknowledgement. But I wanted to share with you guys in this little behind the scenes commentary that it's true. This course is something I have been building on for a large part of my life. I kind of like swiftly got to work day and night for the last 2 months. And I realized that in the future, I'm going to give myself 3 months to build the next course and the next course after that. But I sort of fast tracked the progress, and I really did I built upon everything that I have learned over the last 30 years, starting at the beginning in my own experience as a serious voice student, going into my early years of teaching where I made all my teaching mistakes, and then going through my experience as a content creator, which I started experimenting with this online world of creating educational content around 13 years ago, I guess. I saw people doing it, and I thought that would be really cool. I would really like to reach people all over the world and share with them what I know about music and take the things I'm learning in my day-to-day life teaching private students and put it into an online format. And so I started doing that with piano. And I'll share with you guys something I was not capable of sharing back then. The reason I chose piano is because it allowed me to hide from my own voice. And I share that specifically with you because I know you'll understand what I'm talking about. I was not ready to share my singing voice with anybody, with the world. I was still in the shock stage of my recovery process where I had just left a volatile situation that had lasted for 6 years, and I was in a state of shock still, and I wasn't ready to face what I had been through. And so I was certainly not ready to face my voice traumas or share my voice with the world. I was not ready for that kind of exposure. And so I hid behind my abilities as a piano teacher. Here's the thing. The potential for success was there. People liked me. They liked my approach to teaching piano lessons. That's why I've been able to be successful in my day-to-day life in person. But here's the thing. My heart has always been really in voice, and hiding behind my abilities as a piano teacher was always going to cap my success point. My ability to, let me put it this way. In 1 month of pre-orders of the voice liberation method, far surpassed however many years I spent trying to get a piano course off the ground, which I spent a few years trying to do that, never came close to, not even just the pre-course sales, but the online presence, the subscribers on my YouTube channel, the people reaching out to me for private instruction. In just 4 months' time of the Healthy Voice, never did I reach this when I was doing Go Play Piano, which is what it was called, which I think I spent a few years, at least 3 years, trying to make that work. And it's a good lesson in understanding that I think real success comes when you're ready to face your demons and be truly yourself in front of your audience. Because the person you see now, the person you hear talking to you right now, this is who I am. And it has taken me many years of reflection and a lot of work, a lot of wellness practices, a lot of deep dives into my psyche, a lot of exploration of my shadows, which I'm going to work on in my next course. I'm going to talk to you guys about that. We're going to do shadow work in the next one. Because I would not be able to say that I've had this success with the Healthy Voice if not for all of that hard work. When I launched Go Play Piano, I was still deep into my own trauma experience, and I had not recovered a lot in a lot of ways. And so, the course that I just created for you guys has come as a result of all the work I've done personally. And I hope that you enjoy it. I've included in there the things that helped me recover my voice. Things like I recognized that it was important to rewire my nervous system in whatever way I could figure out how to do that. I used sound healing with my own voice and my harmonium. I used the symbolism behind the chakras. I used visualization, creative visualization. I used yoga and massage and flooding my mind with information on what is trauma, what causes post-traumatic stress, what causes flashbacks, what causes anxiety attacks, what causes these trauma responses when you're faced with an audience, even if it's just one person, and your throat tightens up or your mind goes blank. And so in the voice liberation course, what I tried to do, I tried to build it in a way where you would get flooded with information, knowledge, where you would be taught gradually, step by step, to build the voice work practices into your daily life, journal prompts to get your mind slowly changing its patterns, to go from fear-based patterns to empowered patterns, being able to explore your own experiences with courage and bravery, being able to explore those shadows and create a new perception of them. So I wanted to use the hero's journey as a way to make it fun, because when you go into a therapeutic situation, like you go into a therapy session or some kind of a journeying session, there can be a little bit of fear because you know you're going to open up a Pandora's box of bad memories. And that's really scary. But to frame it as a hero's journey, an adventure story, I think is exciting. And that's really what I started doing about in the last 2 years, 3 years, I guess, really 3 years before I decided to launch this thing, this whole platform. Every week, every Friday, Fridays have always been my slowest day as a teacher. And so every Friday I would set aside several hours and I used the Gene Keys. I don't know how many of you know what the Gene Keys is, but it was essential to my own shadow work. And so every Friday I would open up my profile, my Gene Keys profile, and I would pick a section of my profile to dive into. And I would look up the chapter in my Gene Keys book, and I would really explore and contemplate the shadow aspect of this part of my profile. And I would spend hours contemplating this and writing about it. I mean, hours. I'm talking 2 hours I would be journaling. Sometimes I'd go on a long hour to 2 hour long walk and I would just talk into my recording device about this shadow. And I would try to understand how, if I healed this shadow, what would be the gift? What would be the other side of the coin? A shadow is just a light being blocked. That's all. And so what is this shadow blocking? What is this light? What is this gift in me that's being blocked by this shadowy, traumatic thought pattern? And how could I give myself permission to release it? And as I started to feel progress, it started to feel exciting, like a hero's journey, like an adventure story. Like I was this Indiana Jones of my own psyche. And you'll have to forgive me because I've never actually seen this movie. I've heard so many references that I feel like I understand. Or I always use Lord of the Rings. I know that one better, where I'm just going through this journey week to week, deep into my psyche, exploring the shadows and overcoming them. Finally getting to that point where they no longer have any power over me. And that's why I wanted to frame this voice liberation method as a hero's journey, because I wanted to see if maybe I could get you guys to think about your own healing path, not as this into and just constantly re-traumatizing experience, but instead an adventure story into the cave of your own psyche to recover these shadows and to see what are these shadows blocking, because that's what they're doing. They're just blocking points of light that are inside of you. And that's where the chakras come into play. These chakras are wheels of light, of energy. And they're beautiful elements to who you are. Safety, creativity, strength, willpower, love, truth and expression, intuition, and ability to connect with others and the universe. I mean, these are beautiful things. And your shadow patterns are blocking these wheels of light. And so can we use the voice to get in there and find out which energy points are being blocked, which points of light are being blocked by these shadow patterns? Can we find these shadow patterns, AKA traumas? Can we find them? Can we break them up with your own beautiful sound? And can we heal so that you can begin to heal that throat chakra and begin to resonate with honesty and truth and vulnerability and authenticity? So anyway, Guys, that's it. If I spoke faster today than usual, forgive me. I'm a bit wired and excited about the launch. I'm relieved that it went well. I'm so relieved because what this means is that moving forward, I can build more courses for you and I can do it with more ease next time. Next up, I'm going to start planning part 2 of the voice liberation method, which will be all about shadows, shadow work, going deep, deep, deep into the dark cave and figuring out what's really blocking your voice. So if you haven't gotten part 1, please get it and start doing that work. I want you to take your time with it. I don't want you to rush. Take your time exploring your psyche and enjoy your voice. It's such a gift. What a wonderful gift that we have in our bodies. This ability to speak and sing with ease, to feel pleasure with every sound we make, with every word, with every tone. It's such a wonderful gift to be cherished. So thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed this. Sorry if you didn't. I'm sorry if it was just rambling. I promise in the coming week, I'll have more focused content for you. But for now, let's just celebrate together. This is a big moment. And you were here for me. You have been here for me from the beginning. And I'm so happy. Thanks, guys. I'll talk to you later.